Hi, I am Pakjira with the news headlines. Fuel saving curbs to begin April 20 after Songkran, says Anutin. The government plans to begin restricted petrol station operating hours from April 20 to conserve energy amid the Middle East conflict. The legal measure under review. Prime Minister and Interior Minister Anutin Chanvirakul has provided an update on nationwide fuel saving measure aimed at ensuring Thailand has sufficient energy reserves amid the prolonged conflict in the Middle East, saying that a new century for monitoring and managing the conflict in the Middle East will be set up specifically to oversee the issue. He confirmed that any measure to control petrol station operating hours between 10 p.m. and 5 p.m. would definitely not be introduced during the Songkran festival in order to allow people to travel back to their home provinces as conveniently as possible. The measure is expected to take effect from April 20 onwards. As for details of the measure that have been widely reported, it would be not involve a blanket closure of all petrol stations. Instead, the government would control the sale of certain types of fuel during the specified hour. Reports suggest that only alternative fuels such as B20 diesels and E20 gasoline may be allowed to be sold between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m., while other types of fuel could be temporarily withheld during those hours in a bid to maximize energy savings. Special law may be invoked to tighten enforcement. On the legal front, the government is considering invoking the emergency decree on the correction and prevention of fuel shortages BE 2516 1973 to ensure that any orders can be enforced effectively and that the situation can be managed in a timely manner. At the same time, the government has also urged the Energy Ministry to expedite its student into the oil refining cost structure as part of efforts to ease the cost of living burden on the public. NASA releases stunning Earth images captured on way to the moon. NASA has shared striking high-resolution images of Earth taken from Orion during Artemis 2, the first crewed journey beyond Earth orbit since Apollo 17. NASA has released a striking set of high-resolution images of Earth taken through the window of the Orion capsules as the Artemis 2 crew continued its journey to the moon. One of the first images was taken by Commander Reed Wiseman after Orion completed its translunar injection burn, with NASA saying the photographs show Earth alongside two auroras and zodiac. Another newly released image shows Wiseman looking back at Earth from one of Orion's main cabin windows as the spacecraft traveled deeper into space. Artemis 2 is NASA's first crewed Artemis mission and the first time humans have traveled beyond Earth orbit since Apollo 17 in 1972. The mission is designed as a crewed lunar flyby, with the astronaut traveling around the moon and returning to Earth without landing on the lunar surface. NASA said the flight will test Orion and the Space Launch System in deep space environment ahead of future lunar surface missions. The Artemis 2 crew consists the Reese Wyman as commander, Victor Glover as pilot, Christina Koch as mission specialist, and Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen as mission specialist. NASA described the mission as an approximately 10-day flight around the moon and back. KPI poll shows ties to government's energy crisis response. The KPI poll of King Pajaripo's Institute has released the result of a survey titled Public Sentiment on the New Government's Handling of the Energy and Economic Crisis. The survey, conducted among 2,000 people from March 27 to 30, 2026, examined public confidence in the government of Prime Minister and Interior Minister Anutin Chanvirakul in dealing with the economic impact if the war in Middle East drags on. The poll found that the largest share of respondents, 82.1%, had little confidence or no confidence at all, while 12.8% say they were fairly confident or highly confident. The poll found that 39% of respondents say the government should pursue both measures together on a limited basis. Another 30.7% say energy prices should be temporarily frozen. Meanwhile, 11.1% say prices should be left to market forces with an emphasis on long-term measures, while the same proportion say support should be limited to vulnerable groups. On the use of the largest state budgets to keep energy prices down in the short term at the expense of other spending. 38.6% say they accepted to it because the issue direction affects most people. Another 25.9% say such spending would be acceptable only in a short life crisis. Meanwhile, 40.9% said support should be limited to low-income groups and the transport sector, while 12.1% say they didn't accept it and that the budget should be reserved for long-term essential needs. Northern air crisis, non-governor orders closure of 9 national forests to combat toxic smog. Non-province enforces a month-long ban on forest entry across 9 reserves, threatening jail time for arsonists as toxic PM 2.5 levels reach a crisis. Authorities in Nan have taken the drastic step of locking down 9 national forest reserves in a bid to curb the catastrophic level of PM 2.5 pollution currently suffocating northern Thailand. The governor of Nan, Chainarong Wongyai, issued the emergency mandate following a surge in illegal burning that has seen air quality in the region, most notably in neighboring Chiang Mai, with hazardous levels. The closure is effective immediately and will remain in place until 30 April 2026, covering critical zones in Nanoi and Winsa districts. Restricted zone and entry bans. The mandate prohibits or unauthorized entry into the following protected forest areas: Hue Nguyen and Hue Sali Forest, Nanoi and Winsa, Southern Nan River Right Bank, Nanoi and Winsa, Salik and Mesakon Right Bank Forest, Winsa, Namsa and Mesakon Left Bank Forest, Winsa, Hue Mae Kaning, Namwa and Hue Sali Forest, Winsa, Upper Namsa Right Bank and Nasa Forest, Winsa. Provincial officials have clarified that any individual whose entry is deemed strictly necessary must first register and obtain written permission from community leader or the relevant forest department unit. draconian penalties for arson. The data those who use fire to clear land for it. The governor has warned that legal repercussions for trespassing or starting fire will be severe. Under the current emergency measures, violator faced imprisonment between 1 and 20 years, fine up to 200,000 baht. The regional context. The move comes as northern Thailand grapple with worst health crisis in years. The microscopic PM2.5 particles likely caused by agricultural burning and forest fire have led to a sharp increase in respiratory illness and have significantly dampened and region vital tourist sector ahead for the Songkran holidays. The non-provincial public relations office stated that none have reached a tipping point. The closure of these forests is a necessary measure to protect public health and preserve our remaining natural habitat from further deforestation. Local law enforcement and forestry rangers have been instructed to increase patrol along the border of the restricted zone to ensure the lockdown is strictly observed throughout the month.